Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Garnet and Old. No inside info, no contacts, plenty of problems.
Lots of
I'm
problems.
Ryan, Big Papa East. That's Vince VC Nole. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, Ryan. I'm actually looking forward, Ryan, to not actually physically going to a game this weekend. Uh, with all the home games and then going to see Georgia Southern as well. We were on the road 6 out of the last 7 weeks. So it was fun, don't get me wrong, and I'm not going to bemoan college football is our love, right? But it was time for a little break for VC Nole.
Buy me time, Vince, as I fix this blurry camera.
No, that's fine. Hey, no inside info, no contacts, no problem. I'm getting a quick phone call here from my daughter who maybe doesn't realize that our show starts at 7.
Well, hello there.
But I would also like to thank our longtime sponsor, Captain John Black of Captain Black's Fishing in Panama City Beach, Florida. He's been the sponsor of the studio stuff behind me, behind Ryan, and Ryan's going to be outfitting his new studio in Georgia, and he's actually doing it now, but he's going to be finalized probably within the next month or so.
Yeah,
So
I would say the first or second show in November.
yeah,
The stuff's already set up. The office is set up, but the doodads and the knickknacks are not installed. It's just shelving and desks and whatnot. Now, Vince, I did make a strategic call. I have, and we had it out in the family room for in this house, is a let's say 4 foot tall, solid oak, like old school build material, half like 3/4 liquor and wine cupboard where the glass in the front it opens up with a latch and it has a lock, and then on the top a humidor. That's being relocated to my office in
oh,
the new
that's
studio.
nice.
So
That's nice.
uh,
Hey
you
Ryan,
might see me come on with a bourbon, next time.
I'm gonna let you take the show here for about 5 minutes. I got a call from my daughter. I got to give her a call back here. But if you could also shout out our other sponsor, the banner's right below the one you have there.
Yay, sauce! Oh no, that's not it. Let's shout out first and foremost the Palace Saloon. So the Palace Saloon, an old school Tallahassee stomping ground. We've been going there for years. They finally said, "Hey, Garden Old, we're going to sponsor you." So I do want to thank the Palace Saloon. I want to thank Captain Black's Fishing Studios, and I want to thank all the Seminole boosters for saving up for Mike Norvell's eventual buyout. It's going to be an interesting couple weeks. What I do want to shout out to all of you right now is hop in the comment section, because a lot of emotions right now in the fan base. Things are weird, is how I'll best describe it. All week, it just hasn't even felt like a game week. I don't know about you all. It's felt like an inevitability. We're just waiting until the event happens. Some think it's going to be sooner. Some think it's going to be at the end of the year. But it
I'm
doesn't...
back.
Perfect, Vince. I was just telling the people, it doesn't, to me, feel like... I did shout out the Palace. I just didn't have
Oh,
it
you
in
did.
already.
No,
Um,
look at the nice banner I made.
I know. I like it. But I
All
was saying
roads
how
lead to the palace.
it doesn't really even feel like a game week, because it almost feels like we're in the middle of an inevitability with this situation,
Yeah.
and now we just wonder when the last piece falls. Now there is a shred. I'm going to give it a 5% chance. Mike
I don't
Norvell.
I don't know that it is an inevitability.
Well,
But keep
I'm
going.
going to say I'm going to
Yeah.
give it a 5% chance that he rattles off all but maybe one of the next upcoming games, right? That's what would have to happen, is to win all but maybe one of the upcoming games. It can't be Stanford. The loss can't be Stanford. I made the prediction last week that if we lose to Stanford, that's a wrap. fire
Yeah.
him the next day. But let's say he beats Stanford, which Vegas seems to think we will. At that point, if you won all your games, let's say, except for, let's say you lost to Florida at the end of the year, but you won everything else, that's the path where Mike's not going anywhere. Or you beat Clemson, you lose to Clemson, but beat Florida. You finish the year still within the margin of where people, on average, put you at the beginning of the year. However, nothing I've seen over the last couple weeks suggests that that's likely. So I think that's what when we're talking about inevitability, it feels like the likely inevitability of the demise of Mike Norvell, but it doesn't mean that there's an impossibility that it all gets cleaned up. What do you think?
Yeah. Let me just do this real quick because I think this kind of goes to what you're saying here. CJ HD8RI.
That's tough.
I'll never support Mike again, but always glad to support Garnet and Old. We appreciate that. We will continue to climb. We will respond. We will do all
How tall
the things.
is this mountain?
Yeah, that's right. But thank you for the super chat. We do have a goal tonight. We always have a goal every week, $100. I will say that because of the downtroddenness of the last 3 games, I don't know if that's a word, but people haven't been as generous, which is not surprising. But thank you so much for that. I don't. There's nothing that's happened in the first 6 weeks or first 6 games of this season that have made me any kind of confident that they are going to run the table.
Right.
So, is it possible? Yes. Not probable. Probably more improbable than anything else.
Yeah.
I probably would say, there are another 2 losses at a minimum on the schedule. So
best case scenario.
The best case scenario, Ryan, is run the table. That's the best case scenario.
That's not.
No, but that's
the best possible case scenario.
Okay, the best possible case scenario is 1 more loss, I think. But yeah, I don't see a massive turnaround from the defense because the offense has been scoring enough points. They've been turning the ball over.
Yeah.
But they've been moving the ball. They have been productive. And they've been scoring enough points to win games.
More than double last year.
So, all we need is, a little bit of above average, competent defense. And I think you have a good shot to win the rest of the games on the schedule. You do. Yeah. But I just don't see, I don't see any, there's no reason for me to think that's going to happen until I see it happen, right?
Yeah. No, I actually give one person specifically, I give Gus Malzahn a break in last week's loss. I mean, you're without like every playmaker on offense and your quarterback's got some kind of injury. So, and we still managed to score what we did, right? So
yes.
In no way.
They scored as many points, Ryan, that I predicted them to score.
In fact, even if Mike Norvell loses his job, I think Gus, if he wants it, landed a job somewhere else at a big-time school as an offensive coordinator. Because I think he's proven, this can work. I could see him doing very well in a Big 12 school. Let's just say that.
CJ, another year the FSU fan base season is over before October. Well,
not necessarily.
I don't, but not before October.
Before the end
before November. Yeah. Before the end of October. The D is the problem. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We got everybody saying this here. Kenny Trill also in the house. The defense is the problem. It is the problem. It's a huge, huge problem. They're not holding up their end of the bargain.
Yeah. If I hear one more person tweet about, we just need to buy better players, guys. We have better players than Pitt on the roster right now. We have better players than Virginia on the roster right now. Enough with that. Yes, we can always get more. You could always spend more. Every school could always spend more and get more and do more. But what it is apparent to me is that this talent level does not equal the output. The output should be higher overall as a team
Mm-hmm.
in the win-loss category with the talent we have on our roster than is currently happening. So, regardless on if we can all agree, yeah, could we go get better players? Sure. But to use that as um, it's not about anything else. We just need better players. Okay, well, how the hell did we lose to Pitt if because we have better players than them? So to me, it's a moot point. I think if this year had happened in a vacuum and last year didn't happen the way it was, let's say last year we won 9 games. No one would be talking about firing Mike Norvell right now. It would be like people unhappy, but people would be like, we definitely need to win some games this year. But it's impossible for any human being. It's natural to see the stink of last year and not play the correlation game of the same one connecting tissue, Mike Norvell.
Yeah.
And that's, listen, no one, in my opinion, should feel bad for Mike Norvell. He gets paid very handsomely. And
Yes.
guess what? If he gets fired, he will get paid very handsomely.
That's right.
So don't worry about, I'm just kind of done with the people sticking up for Norvell. Now, I understand why someone like Jordan Travis would. If someone was coming at you, even if there was a element of truth to it, I would probably still be like, you guys are wrong about Vince, leave him alone. Just because when you have history with someone and you've done things together and won things together, it would be, that's when you need your friends the most. And so I get anyone hating on Jordan Travis for defending Mike Norvell. Guys, everyone's going to defend their guy. But everyone that's not biased and doesn't have skin in the game like a Jordan Travis, there is no defense. Like even, and I do give credit to him, man, Ira has been fiercely defensive of Mike Norvell in his time here. Every excuse you can think of. When many others had already jumped well off the bandwagon. And he said it best this week. He said there is no more defense. There's nothing left. What are you going to say now?
No, there really isn't. And you know me, Brian, I've been a pretty staunch supporter of him, and mostly because of the way he kind of carries himself more than anything, really. But there's not a lot of positive in terms of you can only take so many rah like speeches and mottos and all these other. Eventually,
Respond.
this stuff has to go to the field, and it's this conundrum. 6'7". It's this conundrum.
Don't do that, Vince, ever again.
Of it's all over, man. My wife has to deal with it at school all day.
I will still be your friend despite that reference.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to be hip with the kids. But there's this conundrum like, are they coaching it right? Are the guys just not doing it? Are they? It's a little bit of both. Like who knows? Who knows what the problem is? But ultimately the problem falls to the head coach. Yes,
I'm going to get to the super chat, but first, Kenny
okay.
Trill.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So first, Kenny Trill, real quick. We're going to get to you, Jeffrey. We do appreciate you.
I did. And the reason I just did that is because as an Italian, I'm always talking with my hands. And whenever I do this kind of, balance, come si, come sa, or más o menos, or whatever, something like that, the first thing I thought of was what my wife is having to, and every teacher, by the way, is having to deal with daily in the classroom.
Well, you just, to speak in your language, Vince, you just gave everyone agita. Okay.
Agita, for sure. Yeah. All right.
Let's get to our super chat. Jeffrey Hill, and thank you so much for the $20
awesome.
super chat towards our goal. We appreciate you. This is how we keep the lights on. Thank you so much. Personal opinion: if he wins the game he's supposed to win and loses the Clemson, Florida, I think he's still fired. For me, it's not just about wins and losses. It's about he's never recruited in top 10 class. Listen, There, like I said, there's no defense.
No.
Um, if he lost 2 more games, that would make the record by my math 7-5. If he only loses 2 more games, right? Um, and I said at the beginning of the year, Vince. Now you didn't agree. You did not agree with me at the beginning of the year, but I said anything less than 8 wins, he's got to be fired. And
Well,
you said no way.
well, and the reason for that is it depends on how they happened, right? And the way that they happened, the way that the losses have happened already, the way that the way that the team looked, the things that happened during those games, I mean, you can lose games, and if the team looks buttoned up and looks good, and things look like they're progressing, you can see light at the end of the tunnel. But if you lose games the way that we lost them, and it's a different thing. It's a different thing. Not all losses are the same, right? And not all wins are the same. So I kind of agree with you here, Jeffrey Hill, is that it's the way things are progressing. Somebody earlier in the chat said, how did Mario get so far ahead when Mike had a 2-year head start? It's simple. It's simple.
Recruiting.
2 things. The COVID year, I know people are tired of hearing about that, but the COVID year mattered, right? That was a terrible way to start like the era, for sure. But the way you combat that is by recruiting your tail off. And that has not happened. Not in
or
even
even if it has, he's clearly not effective.
Well, I mean, and when you think things have started to turn the corner a little bit with the recruiting, all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out from you. Look at, some major targets that decided to flip at the last minute, and that's not good, man. That's an indicator, like in some ways, that not everybody is communicating at the right level, so you have a good gauge on where the recruiting is going.
One thing I would like to talk about, and I've seen it, I want to bring up CJ's comment about FSU chose Mike over Lane. Guys, at the time, it was the right call. I fully believe that at the time, when Alabama was coming calling to Mike Norvell, coming off an undefeated season, and previous to that, a 10-win
he's
season.
He's talking about Lane Kiffin, though.
No, but what he's talking about is after the undefeated season, when Mike was gonna go, Lane was the likely choice.
I gotcha.
And so at the time, coming off 10-win season followed by an undefeated season and an ACC championship, who in their right mind would say, "Oh yeah, you can have him"? And by the way, you would have said that to the team that just got in the playoffs instead of you. So it would have been like a double gut punch. You would have not only felt jolted by not getting in the playoffs, but then you would have been like, not only did they do that, but they took our guy. So
yeah.
It was the right call at the time. No one could have known this would happen.
And it's easy for all of us to look in the rearview mirror and go, wow, what a bad decision, man. Nobody knows that. And anybody that tells you I knew it was the wrong decision, no one knew that was the wrong decision.
Now, one thing, Vince, like to that point, Signetti, just getting a guaranteed, massive deal, almost all guaranteed. Guys, Signetti in 2 years could win 5 games and then be like, oh my God, like he just had a couple fluky good years for all they know, but we don't know. There's I could count on one hand how many real sure thing coaches there are that we know would be successful right now.
Yeah, and there you go. Indiana has just say this guy doesn't work out. They have just handcuffed themselves, right? I am so tired of schools having to handcuff themselves with these contracts, man. It is not. It's un-American in some ways, right? It's
actually
American,
very American if you think about it.
Well, it's American from the coach's side, right? It's like, get all the money you can, but this guaranteed money for not doing a darn thing after they let you go. That's not American,
What's
man.
wild, Vince, is much to your chagrin on this very argument, because he just got that deal, he just set the market for what the coaching market's going to be for anyone who's about to get hired. Anytime it's like the offseason in the NFL. Quarterback A gets picked up by another team, and they paid him X amount of dollars. But guess what? Every quarterback after that guy gets signed is going to say, "I want that amount of money." So when I saw that Sig deal happen, which I just laughed when I saw it.
Yeah.
What that will tell you
him.
is not so much about Signetti, which I'm happy about him. He's probably going out and celebrating tonight. I would be. Especially at a place like Indiana, where you're probably being hailed as like the second coming in that town like that, winning these games. But
they're a good team.
When you get a contract like that, every coach, which by the way they're all represented by basically the same few people, every coach is going to say, "Well, Signetti at Indiana got X amount of dollars a year," and guess what? You don't think Marcus Freeman is renegotiating his contract right now with Notre Dame?
Sure.
I told you that right after the Sig news came out. I said, Vince, just wait till Marcus Freeman tomorrow's announced that he's extended for 5 years.
It's crazy. CJ's saying kind of what I thought he was saying is like, we hired Mike in 2019 when Lane but remember, Lane has undergone quite the maturity
He is
turnaround.
Much more mature. He's still immature.
And Florida State, rightly or wrongly, was not going to take the chance on an unknown as far as his maturity level.
Also, keep in mind at the time in that coaching search, after the debacle that was Willie Taggart, which basically Willie was handpicked by the athletic department, Florida State outsourced the search campaign to a third-party analytics firm to go find them their next head coach, which all of us applauded at the time because we knew the Willie Taggart hire had been emotional and they just got who they thought they wanted. So going with the analytics firm on someone who has won at everywhere he's been, Mike Norvell, if you took away all of the results that we've seen over the last couple of years, highs and lows, when he got hired, I was like, yeah, that seems like a good hire. He seems like a good coach. I've watched Memphis games. They seem like they know what they're doing. I like his offense. It seems like it's really diverse, and they do a lot of interesting things with the tight ends. It's anything looking backwards, it's hard revisionist wise to go back. Listen, if Florida State's job comes open after we lose to Stanford this week, my number one choice, in fact, is Lane Kiffin. I like Lane Kiffin. I've always liked Lane Kiffin because I'm a millennial, because of course I do. Okay, so the Twitter comments and the Kirby, I don't know if you saw the
Kirby, yeah,
this week with the who's burned more calories, and he said he walked by the TV and it doesn't look like it's Kirby.
Yeah.
I like a little spunk in my coach. He's got that like free spirited kind of mindset, and I think that's why players like him. But he would be just FYI to everyone out there, Florida State let's go Norvell. Lane Kiffin would be my number one choice.
Yeah.
Followed closely by Jimbo Fisher.
Your number one choice for watching the Garner and Old show should be YouTube. So if you're on YouTube right now, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Ryan, we were so close to 1,400 subscribers, I can't even begin to tell you. We're so close. I'd like to hit that. And if you're watching on X, love that too, but go on over to YouTube and hit the thumbs up because we want more people to know about the show. We got a lot of comments in the chat here, Ryan. At 06709177799. Okay. Jimbo? No, I'm not a Jimbo guy here.
That's what I said. My number two selection would be Jimbo Fisher at this point.
Yeah,
because you could get him on the cheap.
I think Mike is coaching bad because he feels like he's on the hot seat. If we extend him 5 years, that'll show our confidence him and let him coach.
This is a rival fan trolling us. This has got to be right.
Hey, I will say that we're in year 6, and there's been so much talk in college football about schools not giving coaches enough time and coaches may shy away from schools that are constantly turning over
We
the
did
coach.
not do that.
That's not Florida State now. Now, Willie got the hook quickly, rightly so, because it wasn't just about like what was going on the field. It was deeper than that. But Mike Norvell is on his 6th year, so I think pretty much, no one's going to be able to look at. Yeah, there you go. No one's going to look at Florida State and say they're just churning through coaches. That's what Florida does to my good viewer here. Go Gators here.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, and subscribe. I know you're a rival, but go subscribe. Give us a hand here, will you? No, the Jimbo thing. Somebody posted something on X.
Bobby Hart.
It must have been our buddy Doug Rohan. I think it
Doug's
posted
in
something
favor of it.
about I'm not anti this. I'm not anti that. I'm not pro this. I just posted on there. I'm not anti or pro any coach or staff. I'm pro Florida State. So whatever it takes within reason, like we're not going to hire like felons and murderers.
We should,
right?
Maybe. I don't know.
But I'm pro Florida State. So whatever coach that is, I will have to turn up my nose maybe a little bit. But ultimately, with somebody going back to what the chat said earlier, is that Mike Norvell does not have the recruiting chutzpah, right? And I don't know what that even means, by the way, Ryan. Like everybody says, well, he's an elite recruiter and he's an above average recruiter and he's a whatever. I assume they're talking about relationships, right?
I mean,
I'm
Vince,
sure that's what
you
they're
know
talking
what it
about.
is. You've seen good salespeople and bad salespeople.
Yeah, I know, but the thing with Mike is he's won at every level to this point. But maybe he is a G5 recruiter, right? And that's all you need to be at that level.
Isn't it? What pisses me off though, Vince,
Go
is why the hell?
get some dang recruiters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If I'm Mike Norvell and let's say I'm at year 3 or 4, and I've had to go in the portal every single year, I would literally just go and say, hey, let's find the best recruiter in America right now and overpay him and bring him here and just let him go do all the seedy shit he wants. Let's, like if he must be blind. I don't know if he's blind to his own like weaknesses. Listen, we all fall in that trap. But sometimes something becomes so readily apparent. A good example, Vince. I'm going to give you a work example right now. Okay?
Okay.
I'm really good. For all of you that don't know, I run a talent acquisition team at a large IT company. And I really like recruiting day to day for the exciting roles, the expensive, the ones that we're going to get a high, like a C-suite level. Those are exciting. Man, I get in there and I'm like, I'm going to interview the best freaking candidates and I'm going to bring them find the best person for this company. If you ask me to hire another help desk level 1.
Yeah, that's right.
So I am self-aware that the level of investment I have when I get on a call for a interview for the 100,000th help desk level 1, I'm not good at that. So what I did was,
you're not bringing it. That's what you're saying.
I went and brought in someone who loves doing the day-to-day, 7, 8 interviews a day.
Yeah, I get you.
That's what you got to do. If you are running any kind of team or organization, you recognize what you're not good at, and you go bring someone in who's really good at that thing.
Yeah, that's what you do as a leader, right? You realize where your shortcomings are, where maybe you don't have enough time to spend in an area that's important, and you go find the best people that are out there to do those jobs. Name an elite recruiter on Florida State staff.
There are none. It's so frustrating.
Florida State, man.
Go get someone who literally recruits in Florida, and that's their specialty. Just go find someone in South Florida. You know what, Vince? I wouldn't even be mad if right now they were like, you know what? There's this guy in a South Florida high school, and man, everyone just loves him in the community in Miami, and he just, he's friends with all these coaches and all these high schools, and he's out there and he coaches at this Division 14 college, and everyone knows him in the community.
Yeah.
I bring that guy in and say, hey, go hang out in Miami and bring those players in.
Suzanne Bajur, a longtime viewer, watcher, supporter of the program. Has there been any discussion on how much we're losing in the new ACC pay for play? Well, we're not losing in terms of dollars when it comes to viewership. The eyeballs are still watching. Whether they're watching Florida State win or watching us lose, the eyeballs are watching. What we will lose out on, or what we are going to lose out on, is a deep run into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Where the money is for that.
On something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, NIL is the best recruiter. So this argument takes it as it's only the money. If that was true, Florida State right now, every single year since Mike Norvell has been here, should be in the top 10 to 15 level recruiting class every year, because we have a top 10 to 15 NIL budget. So it's not just about the money. There are plenty of examples out there of teams that have the budgets here and their wins and recruitment wins. It's fine. And then there's plenty of examples where a team with less money, Signetti, Indiana, their budget, I'm sure they don't have the NIL budget that some schools do, but they have a guy on the staff that, man, not only am I going to get paid to come play there, not only am I going to get paid to go to a school I want to play for, but, man, I really like that guy that talked to me. And he told me exactly how I'm going to fit there, and he got me all pumped up to want to play there. So it's like, if I have 4 schools to pick from, they're all offering right about the same amount of money.
You go with the relationship.
But one school, man, I like that guy. I'm going to go play for that. I'm going to go play with that team because he sold me on the vision. It's not all about the money. It might be 80%, but
I mean, the money has to be in the ballpark. And at Florida State, Florida State is in the ballpark. They just are. They're well within the ballpark. Who is making the roads for deep relationships? I just don't know that we have that. And until we do have that, it's been the problem since the beginning, Ryan. So we're 6 years in. So that means, we have not learned a lesson.
There's been multiple 4-star and 5-star athletes that have said in interviews, man, I would have loved to have played, potentially looked at Florida State, but they didn't even recruit me. And you're like, and they live an hour away.
Yeah. You gotta be closing. Doing? Always be closing. We're trying to close in on this goal for tonight, Ryan. If you want to know what that's about, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a little $sign there under the chat, and that is how you super chat, and that's how you make sure your comment gets read, or if you have a question that you would like to ask. That's how that happens. We've had 2 super chats already tonight, so we're currently at $25 toward the $100 goal. So, money isn't everything, people, but it is something.
Yeah, exactly. It is something. And speaking of that, we're gonna flip to Stanford here, but I want to take
let's do it.
A 2-second detour though, real quick. Vince,
All
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Vince has been talking about doing a Garnet and Old cruise with me and him, just us boys, for a long time now. And I booked it, and I told him, hey, I'm going on a solo cruise. It's time. And he told me he would tell me by the end of the night, Vince, will you be going on the cruise?
The answer to the question is, Ryan, yes, the Garnet and Old cruise will be taking place. We are also going to be trying to do a show from the cruise ship. So Ryan's a big cruiser. I am as well. We typically go with our families. And so Ryan found this great deal, a cruise out of Jacksonville. Not Carnival, by the way.
Yeah.
Not Carnival.
Never Carnival.
Yeah. But it lines up with my schedule, and we're going to be doing a little Garnet and Old cruise. Not a long cruise, but
4
long
days.
enough to enjoy ourselves. And anyone out there, Garnet and Old viewers, watchers that wanna partake, reach out to Ryan on X. He can let you know.
I already know Jeremy's going to ask when he watches this.
The particulars on the cruise. So yes, Big Papa East, Ironclad Ryan will be on the cruise ship. I will be going as well. I'm just waiting for my booking to confirm. But yeah, Ryan, there you go. That's why I'm wearing this shirt tonight.
Boom. A little vacation vibe.
A little quick vacation.
Well, I'll have to do the show with a robe on, with a glass of wine to keep it classy.
Keep it classy, yeah.
Vince, I want to tell everyone one. All right, so the other night when Vince said, "Hey Ryan, tell me if you're going to book a cruise," and I said, "Okay." Well, I text Vince, "Hey, I booked it. Here's what the plan is." Vince likes to FaceTime more than most.
I like to see people I'm talking to.
Yeah, Vince
it's part of
FaceTimes
relationship
me at,
building.
What was it, 8:30 at night?
Hold on, Mike Norvell. Relationships. I'm the guy. Come find me. I'll help out whoever you need to help out.
So I get the call, the FaceTime coming in at 8:30 at night. Now I'm in relaxation mode. Vince, what do you see upon me answering that call?
You were wearing a sweater
made of hair. So I'm sitting on my couch, everyone, just in gym shorts and no shirt. And Vince goes, "Whoa, well, hello."
Well, yes. Let me go back to just audio only.
Yeah. Hey, get used to it. We're going on a cruise,
Yeah.
But
so
no,
that's happening.
It's
I'm
gonna be
excited.
fun. Tomcat, I know, is excited. I see him in the chat right now. Ryan, that means Ryan spent way too much in the casino, and they were giving him free stuff. So I am not actually a huge gambler. I'm not. I play maybe up $50, $100 in a slot machine. Just
I don't gamble at all. Waste of money.
But I did. Norwegian does this thing where you prepay like X amount of dollars and you get X amount of extra cruise credits. And we did that 3 years ago, and this was the last of it. And it was only like $250 in credits. So I was like, I got to use this because we're never going to use it by the end of the year. And that's why I got booked. So it was an affordable option. That's why I got booked. But Stanford. Speaking of Stanford, 10:30 at night. Vince, I was not lying at all when I said I'm going to bed at 9:30 on Saturday, as per usual, to my usual. And the only reason why I'm going to bed, if we were undefeated right now, or even one loss, let's say we only lost to Virginia or only lost to Miami, I would probably stay up. But I have a feeling of what I'm going to partake of. And I don't think the juice will be worth the squeeze. Now, I love my Noles, but I love my sleep.
Yeah.
And if my Noles aren't in contention for anything, the sleep goes like this a little bit. And so 9:30 to 10 is my bedtime every night, including tonight. I wouldn't, even if I tried to stay up, Vince, even if it started getting hammered at 9 o'clock at night, by 11 I'd be like this on the couch.
Oh, I know. You're a dozer.
Yeah.
You're a doze off in the chair kind of guy,
So
which
in
is
the chat,
really happens
everyone in
as
the
you
chat.
get older.
I want to know in the chat right now, everyone hop in and give me your take. Will any of you, and which of you, will be staying up to watch Florida State Stanford at 10:30 at night and actually make and watch the entire game? Vince will.
I will.
Because he can stay up whenever. He's that kind of guy. He's ready to go.
I'm diehard when it comes to that. I'm not going to miss a snap. I'll be frustrated. Don't get me wrong. I'll be frustrated, but I don't want to wish away the season, and so I'm going to absorb all good and bad of it.
Oh,
you know what I'm doing on Saturday, though, Ryan?
What's that?
Prior to the game, I'm going to the Festa Italiana here in Jacksonville.
That's great. That's
little Italian festival. Yeah.
You're going to be carbo load, man. You're going to no way you stay up. I do want to get to this one comment because I think it actually is perfect before we get into Stanford. FSU recruiting rankings in 22, 23, and 24 was 23, 22, and 12. Indiana, we're right there. They're right there with us. Indiana's been in the playoff last year and is undefeated right now. It's the perfect point. The resources, we have, I would say, a higher NIL budget than Indiana. But even when we recruit the same as Indiana, what are you doing with that talent? What I love that the best argument anyone's made on why you have to fire Mike Norvell, regardless of what happens the rest of the year, is give me 5 players that he developed, that he recruited, that are like, yeah, they were great.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, so Stanford, sleepy Stanford, 10:30. I'm sure it'll be a half full stadium. Vince, it's one of those games, and the reason why I said I can already picture what's happening, where before each snap you hear nothing, like no, there's not noise. It's just like, and it's one of those where the quarterback's just kind of like our quarterback will just walk to the line and kind of go, like, okay, go through the motions type game. That's what I think is going to happen. Listen, Stanford's defense is dreadful, like really bad. But are we going to be ready to play? I mean, this is what the concern was, Vince, with Castellanos, is when Castellanos came here, bashing Boston College on the way out. Him saying, I'm here to save jobs.
Not going so well.
I'm here to do this. I'm here to do that. I was the best player in the ACC. Those kind of things, those kind of comments. Well, when that guy starts losing over and over and over, even if it's not his fault, it's still the mentality in the locker room still is the same when you lose a game. Yeah. Does he start to say, hey, maybe not as invested? Maybe he starts arguing with coaches. You don't know. How many wide receivers will be back this week? I don't know for sure. How healthy are we on the offensive line? How's our tight end health? There's a lot of questions going into this game. Now, as dreadful as Stanford's defense is, I'm not convinced that we're not right there with them, brother.
No, we are not. No, hold on. Stanford's defense is dreadful.
If you put their rankings, dreadful. The last 2 games were about the same.
I get it, but I don't have. I'm pretty sure the offense is going to play and score enough points to win the game. Okay? They're going to score enough points to win the game. The question is going to be, as it has been for the last 3 games, or 2 games at least, what is it that the defense is going to do here?
What do you say?
Yeah, because their offense is not anything to write home about.
Right.
All things being equal, if we were playing them at home, I'd be pretty confident about this game. But flying across the country for a 10:30 kick, when you're not really sure of the confidence level of this team, and you have the amount of people that are hurt, yeah, Florida State can lose this game. Mm-hmm. They absolutely can lose this game. Until I see otherwise from the defensive side of the ball, I wouldn't be shocked either way. There's a question here from Tomcat Ryan. Are you guys coming up from the Wake Forest game? Or for the Wake Forest game? He's got his tickets.
I didn't buy a Snuggie, so no.
The Wake Forest game is a home game. That is the homecoming game. So, yes, I will be there. However, because of that, we will not be having the normal Garnet and Old tailgate because I will be involved with all the Marching Chiefs alumni stuff that's going on. By the way, Friday night, leading into the homecoming game, there is the Garnet and Gold scrimmage with the baseball team, which I think I'm going to go to see. So FSU MCAT DT 1000C, our buddy Captain John Black, does this mean you're not coming to homecoming? Is that how I read this? That you're going to a bass tournament in Eufaula?
Oh, yeah.
Is that true? Thank you for the super chat as always, and you're getting our goal, or you're getting us closer to our goal of.
I mean, it is his business. It's kind of his industry. It's an industry event.
Oh, I got you. Back to Stanford.
It's clear as day that I'm not confident at all. Anytime I hear anyone say, "Guys, we're not going to lose Stanford. It's Stanford." I'm like Vietnam flashbacks to Jacksonville State. Jackson State. I mean, um, it can happen to any team. Look at UCLA, what they've done out of nowhere. You
Hmm.
have no idea. No one has any idea. In college football, anything can happen any weekend. Now, I understand that you play the odds of like, is it likely, that kind of thing. But I've heard people say, guys, it's impossible. We're not losing to Stanford. I'm like, well, checked out team. Let's say you fumble on the first two drives and they score off both fumbles. It's 14-0. That's how it happens. And I hate to tell you guys, that's what's happened the last couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a good point, and I think it's a point that we should all consider is how
Yeah.
this game starts.
Yeah.
Right? If this game starts where Florida State scores immediately,
Mm-hmm.
or let's just say we're on defense first, and the defense stops them immediately. I think that goes a long way for the psyche of the team. But if it goes the other way, we've got the ball and we fumble, or we, throw a pick or whatever, or, someone drops a pass and it's 3 and out. Or if we're on defense first, they drive down and score. A
Which they have long
linebacker
drives,
gets
by the way.
a linebacker gets caught, with his eyes in the wrong spot with a throw over the middle and no one's there. And then when does that doubt start to creep in, right?
Yeah. And they gave SMU the business for a while.
I think the psyche of this team for Saturday is heavily predicated on the start of this game.
It has to
So
be. I mean, look at the last couple weeks.
if you're gonna hope for anything, hope beyond hope that that the offense starts fast and/or the defense starts with some authority.
SMU, sorry, not SMU, Stanford, guys, just so you know, likes to play the long, drawn out drives, TikTok, where like you look down at your phone and it's drive one and you're at the 8-minute mark and you're like, what in the hell? This game's like the slowest, most boring game I've ever seen, and you're trying to stay awake. It's 11:15, and
Hey,
you're saying, "What are we doing here? I'm so tired." And then you
that's
have
the
to see avocados from Mexico and other
that's
ads.
that's the way you have to play us, right?
Yeah,
If you are the opponent, you, what you're trying to do is grind out a 7-minute drive,
yeah.
because ultimately that's been how we've you know taken the dirt nap for
I'm
that
getting
game. You
tired
know what I
right now
mean?
just thinking about it.
It's just third down conversion after fourth down conversion, and just it's painful, painful, painful. This is a great question here, Ryan. Caden's daddy-o. Can anyone explain how you can be 6-1, 6-1 against the mighty gauntlet SEC, and then be 20-22
Yeah,
against the
I have an easy
lowly
explanation.
ACC?
The
Explain it.
easy explanation is it's really easy to get talented players up for a massive game where there's a lot of expectations. And then the whole coaching thing comes into play when you have to get a team ready to play a conference game against Wake Forest. I I heard I think I don't know who one of the podcasts I listened to, I don't remember which one was talking about. Mike's really good at getting the blood pumping and the rah rah for the you're going to go out and beat Miami's ass. You're going to beat Clemson's ass. You're going to Alabama's coming up, LSU, like every freaking play, that whole thing. But that speech isn't going to work when we're playing Boston College. But he still does them. And I think the players, based on what we heard, and I did not like hearing this, Vince, whole lot of whole lot of chirping against even Pitt this past week at the pregame. Little false Miami style bravado going on pregame, where
Sometimes
it's
you gotta
like,
fake it till you make it, though.
no, but no, man, because I think it's a case of, oh, okay, we have to be locked in to play Alabama, or else we're going to get destroyed. We have to, so we have to be locked in. We have to be ready. We have to be ready, and so you're locked in. You're locked in. Then you walk into the Virginia game, guys. We just beat two we're 3-0. We're going to go in. We're going to kick the you know what out of Virginia, and it doesn't happen. And I think that's been why we've had losing streaks with Mike Norvell in conferences, because I don't think he knows how to keep his team focused in the middle of the season against inferior talented opponents. That's a coaching problem.
Yeah. You're not going to get people dialed in at the highest level week after week after week after week. So, because of that, you need to have a stronger, deeper, more talented team, more so than we have, to handle those average energy games. Like right now, we don't have the type of roster to handle those average energy games.
But this team has no right to have average energy in any game.
I know that, Ryan, but that's, you can't tell an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid that when they got the spear on the helmet.
I don't know. It's easy to do. If I was in it, man, it'd be easy to do if you're at Ohio State and we've gone to the playoffs every year for the last 6 years, and you walk into a game against Purdue and you're like, okay, well, we'll see how this goes. It's probably going to be a pretty easy game, and then you're in the fourth quarter in a dogfight. But I don't know how a team that 2-10 last year and played 2 cupcakes and lost to Virginia and Miami and goes into the pit game with like a no big deal. We'll be all right.
Yes. Just from a clarity standpoint, from an obvious standpoint, no one on this teon should take anyone lightly.
Yeah.
It just should not happen.
What happened to the desperation?
What happened to the desperation? Hold on, I want to put this up here real quick. Captain John Black says, how many points have we lost 3 games by? And then he answers himself, 17 points, and we are 6-0, as bad as the defense has been. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, is like the offense has done enough. Maybe they have 1 or 2 less turnovers, but still.
I don't think so. Just to be clear, if Miami wanted to, it could have been 55-7, guys.
Disagree.
Miami completely took their foot off the gas and
disagree highly.
It wasn't even they were literally just like hands on the hips walking out there in the second half. Just
They couldn't do anything in the second half. Nothing.
Yeah, it's easy to get get kind of out of your rhythm when you're up by a billion points. I mean,
there was no garbage time in that game.
I disagree on that one. I think the whole game was garbage time.
The last 3
the only
games
thing that wasn't garbage
time.
Is that at least the team did not quit. That was it.
Let me do a quick YouTube check here and see where we are with likes, Ryan.
Are we at 1,400 subs yet?
Oh, let me check that too. We're only at 8 likes. That's just not good enough, people. That is Mike Norvell level recruiting on the subscribe and the like. We need to do a lot better than that. I know you can. I have faith in you. Every play, every show, desperation.
Every freaking show. Hey.
We have not gotten a new subscriber yet during this show.
You need to show
them my heart.
Show them everything you got. Show them what you're about. I'm going to give the same speech every freaking week.
Hey, I like Mike. I really do. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work out.
Who's been, like, when you talk about coaches that you didn't even like because they're not for your team, but you like the way they go about, preparing for a game.
You like McElwain, right?
Yeah, the shark. It's funny because I look back at it, and some of the coaches I couldn't stand, like, I used to like throw up on my mouth if you said the name Nick Saban, but then over time and how many, our defense doesn't seem to be doing well against these types of offense anymore. We're going to change up our defense completely, or we're going to change our offense from running to spread. Man, I've come to appreciate that man, and I'm not trying to kiss his ass because he might, maybe we'll reach out to him. I'm just saying that now when he's on game day and he's talking about things and how he's funny as hell. Especially when him and McAfee, because he clearly does not like Pat McAfee, which I'm sure you appreciate. Nick Saban's funny, and I never saw that side of him because we never got to see it. But now he's cracking jokes every week.
Yeah, I can appreciate his old man sense of humor.
Yeah.
And the kind of the way he plays the straight humor side of it. I can
Yeah.
appreciate that. McAfee, I can do without. You already know that.
Yeah. We gotta get to predictions though, Vince.
Hey folks, we are $55 away from the goal, and we are 5 minutes roughly away from the end of the show. Put us over the top.
All
NIL
right.
goes to NIL for Ryan and I.
You first, Vince. You want to go first on your prediction?
Yeah, this is really difficult. I think we'll score 35. And I want to say the defense will hold them to 17, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be like 35-28, something like that. I do think Florida State is going to win. But again, I go back to the beginning of the show. I do not. There is like 51%, 49%. Like, I would not be shocked at all if Florida State goes out there and loses this game.
I'm going to go with 21-17 Stanford. Early turnovers. Stanford comes out the more motivated team. Because who wouldn't want to beat Florida State right now?
Everybody can.
Right. And they know that now. So 21-17, Stanford wins. And on Sunday, we are on X refreshing every 10 minutes to see when the inevitable Mike Norvell is no longer with Florida State announcement comes down, in which case Vince and I will do an emergency pod.
You know who is going to probably lose their coach this weekend?
Florida. How would you like to be him? And they're like all but shouting from the mountaintop, like, you're just here till the end of the week.
Yeah,
That's weird,
happening.
right?
That's pretty sure that's going to happen.
I don't get it. I don't get that mentality. If the reports are true and they are like basically like, yeah, no matter what, we're firing him Sunday. Just fire him today, man. Let one of your coordinators coach the game. Like, I never understood that. Like, is it any better for your team to let everyone, like, it'd be like dead man walking in the locker room, you know? Like, everyone knows.
1398, Ryan. We're at 1398. There's got to be two people watching the show right now.
We lost a subscriber.
We lost one before the show started. We actually went backwards. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. I know there are 2 people watching the show right now that are not currently subscribed. Even if you're a rival, help me with my confidence. Help me, help you. Help you, help me.
Kenny, I did a 10-minute segment on this, my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Captain John Black is feeling strong here. 51-21 Noles, I assume.
You see Cameron's prediction?
No.
It's like 55-7, he said. Like, what in the world?
What? He must really. I mean, I know that Stanford's defense is pretty abysmal. But, man, we haven't put 55 points on a Power 4 team in how long?
Since the Cupcakes. Oh, Vince. Well, it's been fun. And now, Vince, I am left with the good news that we are 58 days away from our Garnet and Old cruise. Not that I'm counting at all. The good news is we get to share parking, split parking, which is one of the other costs of going on a cruise is the parking cost. And now we get to split that.
Probably Shannon's just going to drive us there.
Even better. We can pay Shannon.
Right, to Uber us there.
Tell her for the ride, I'll paint her a portrait.
So, yeah. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, if you join the show late, Ryan booked a cruise. I'm going to go to. It's going to be a Garnet and Old cruise in December. We're going to have a big time. So that's happening. And did not hit the goal tonight, but we came close.
This is like
we're going to respond.
No, this $45 is like, it's the next week we just have to respond to adversity, and I'm just Vince. I'm more pissed off than anyone that we didn't get the $100.
I know you are.
It matters to me how we perform each and every week on Garnet and Old. So.
I know who I represent. I'm
Yeah.
proud of who I represent. I know who I represent. It's not for lack of trying. No one likes where we are right now,
Yeah.
but we have an opportunity in front of us, and the next opportunity happens on Saturday night for us to show what we're all about. Ryan.
I can't wait, Vince. And in the morning on Sunday, I will check the box score with my phone. And either I'll have a text from you like, well, okay, I guess he's still around, or ready to do a pod this morning. So
Hey, I want him to still be around. I want him to turn it around. I
I'm done.
do.
No, I'm done. It's over. It's over.
Call me naive. You can call me naive. I want it. I want it so bad for him and for us.
Well, no matter what, Vince, it's been a fun show. And again, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Help us to get to 1,400 and not losing a subscriber.
I wonder what I said. I wonder
That
what
was
I
my
said.
loss.
Like,
I predicted
I'm
the
out
loss.
of here.
That was
I'm out
it.
of here, man. Oh, rest in peace, Ace Frehley.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Kiss.
Yeah, man. That kind of hit me today. Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace. Everyone, have a great night. Garnet and
Whoa.
Old, no inside info, no contacts, no
Whoa,
problem.
Ryan, you can't do that yet.
It feels like it's cheating, though. Captain John Black is our sponsor.
Listen, I know, and I think he's trying to make up for the sad doldrums that our fandom is in. Captain John, we appreciate you. You already know that. We tell you that all the time, but thank you for this. And because of that, I have to give away the memberships now. So we're going to give them away here before we roll out. If you're watching on X and you want a membership, go to YouTube right now. And I am going to give away 5 memberships.
Vince, you ought to do a solo stream at 10:30 at night while you're watching the game.
Oh man, I don't know if people can handle me like doing a watch along with me. I am kind of fit to be tied when I'm home. When I'm at the game, it's different because I can get up and I can cheer and I can yell. But when I'm home, it's just like a bundle of nerves. It shouldn't be that way now, just because the team is kind of what they are.
You really do kneel down like Mike Norvell on the sideline.
No, I don't do that. But I'm giving away 5 memberships right now. Sit tight, people.
We're sitting tight.
What do we got? All right, Augie Nole.
There's the flavor.
Augie Nole gets a membership. Augie Nole, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please go do that. Robbie Heck Music gets a membership to the channel. Robbie Heck, same thing. Go subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Lee Brown gets a gifted membership here. What's up, brother? I haven't seen Lee in a while. Hope things are going well with you. I'm going to text you, see maybe what you guys are up to this weekend. TF Williams gets a membership to the channel. TF Williams, go subscribe. I mean, why not, right? And Immaculate, our buddy Immaculate. Haven't talked to him in a while. Very intelligent guy, especially when it comes to realignment and all the stuff going on in the government with the SCORE Act. He's got his ducks in a row when it comes to that stuff. So if you're not following him on X, please do that. And all of you that got a membership tonight, do me a favor and thank the people that donated to the show tonight. We've got Captain John Black donated to the show tonight multiple times. We got Jeffrey Hill donated to the show. And we got CJ HD8RI donated to the show tonight. We nailed the goal tonight. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
As always, guys, 7 o'clock every single week. Garnet Old, no inside info. I'm going to say it like Dave Miranda. No inside info, no contacts, no problem.
Yes, soft.
Hey, and everyone, you know what? Go
live
Noles.
from the Captain Black's Fishing Studios. great sponsor, and also our newest sponsor, the Palace Saloon.
Yeah.
All roads lead to the Palace. It's a tradition in
It's a
Tallahassee.
tradition.
And folks, send Chiefs all the damn time and go Noles.
Go Noles, everyone. Have a good night. Appreciate all of you.